We begin this morning with the arrest of the man suspected of sending explosive devices to high-profile critics of President Trump. The four-day nationwide manhunt came to an end Friday at a Florida auto parts store when federal agents arrested 56-year-old Cesar Sayoc.
He's suspected of sending more than a dozen pipe bombs to prominent Democrats through the mail. Sayoc has a criminal history dating back to the 90s, and it includes a 2002 conviction for making a bomb threat. An active supporter of President Trump, Sayoc frequently lashed out online against Democratic politicians. His arrest came on the same day that four more suspicious packages were discovered, sent to liberal billionaire Tom Steyer, Democratic Senators Cory Booker and Kamala Harris, and former Obama administration intelligence chief James Clapper.
That followed the discovery of pipe bombs that were sent to nearly a dozen other Trump critics, including former President Barack Obama and former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. David Begnaud is in Miami, where Cesar Sayoc is being held. David, good morning.
Michelle, good morning. The amateur bodybuilder and former stripper is due in federal court on Monday morning, and we will be there. But I want to start this morning by giving you a sense of an interview we got with a woman who manages a pizza restaurant here in South Florida. She says that Mr. Sayoc was a model employee, showed up on time, people liked him, no worries. But she says he was anti-gay, anti-black, anti-Jew, anti-just about everything. But then she added, I couldn't fire him just because I didn't like what he believed.
He spewed a lot of hatred. He was definitely not right in the head.
Deborah Garegian was Sayoc's boss at a Fort Lauderdale pizza restaurant. She says while he was an attentive employee, he often expressed extreme political views.
He was real racist. He was vile, anti-everything. But I really don't know who I was talking to nightly.
When Sayoc was arrested on Friday, it appeared he was living in this white van that was plastered with pro-Trump stickers, as well as those targeting the president's political opponents, literally. You can see pictures of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton in the crosshairs of a gun sight. Nearby, a sign that says CNN sucks. Each of them were sent pipe bombs this week.
You take a look at these people.
Sayoc posted videos of himself at Trump rallies and then used social media to lash out at politicians.
He was a little intimidating if you weren't a Trump supporter.
It was his erratic behavior and that conspicuous van that caught the eye of Mark Weiss.
He would strip down to basically his underwear and walk down the street, and he would shower right here every morning.
Never saw him with anyone.
Never.
Never talked to you directly.
Never.
Sayoc's arrest came 4 days after the first explosive device was found at the home of billionaire and Democratic donor George Soros. More than a dozen other packages containing bombs were also mailed, all of them in a manila envelope with 6 stamps and a return address of Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. On Thursday, investigators found one fingerprint on one of the packages. Then they lifted a DNA sample from one of the explosive devices. After matching that fingerprint and DNA to Sayoc, the FBI used video surveillance near a South Florida postal facility to identify him. An electronic device was then used to ping and track his cell phone, which led to his location. It took a little over a day from the first fingerprint being detected to his arrest. But it's still not known if all of those bombs that were mailed have been found.
There may be other packages in transit now and other packages on the way. So we need the help of everyone out there, every citizen, everyone in law enforcement, everyone we've got to help with this investigation in the days to come.
You know, as scary as this week was for a lot of people, no one was harmed by any of this. In fact, the FBI says none of those devices were actually rigged to explode. So they're not sure if Sayoc just did a lousy job assembling them or if he never really intended to hurt anyone and he just wanted to threaten people. Michelle.
And it still very well may not be over. David Begnaud in Miami, thank you.